right. Welcome back to the Sandy Hahn podcast, episode 14. And I'm going to be jump around a little bit here, but there's a reason for that because I wasn't even sure I was going to do this podcast. As of last night, I texted Ted and I wasn't thinking straight, tired. And, after things that happened this week, I just wasn't sure if I could do it or if it was appropriate, but I slept really well, and I have been. CPAP mask, I'm getting the hang of it, so that's been good. And I meditated really deeply, and I woke up this morning and felt immediately texted Ted, said, I'm gonna make it in. So I thought a lot about it, and I felt the reasons that I wanted to do it, that I needed to do it. And I'll talk about those reasons. And the episode was going to be, I wanted to call this episode Fuck MSA. But obviously for the sake of the title, we'll just say FMSA. This was not really a title. And then, in addition, fuck these school shooters, or F them. It's just disgusting what's happened. It's hard to even fathom. And I'm not going to go into too much detail. I don't want to get political about it. It's not the time. Just let them mourn and try and find some answers. A lot of things, unanswered questions that need to come out. Hopefully that'll happen. But I obviously want to talk about it because it's two things happened this week that were not good. And I'll go into some detail about that. And again, I promise you it's going to end positively because there's a lot of good things that happened too that I want to focus on. But, originally Monday I felt good. Last weekend. In the few weeks before that was rough. I was not feeling good, but it's getting better. And I thought Monday I thought of good ideas about upcoming episodes, and even had my one friend I wanted to come on who's going to come on, and he's really funny, great storyteller. I wanted him to come on Thursday, and he had plans to go out of town, so he was like, let me see if I can change my schedule. And then after that, and I was texting other friends of mine who want to come on, and they were excited and getting things set up with, like Zoom calls to have them come in because they're all over the country. So it's going to happen. We're still going to work on that, but, then after something happened on Monday, I thought, okay, I need to hold off on these. Those guests being on the podcast and being, funny and upbeat. Because then I got on this Facebook page that Tanya introduced me to. It's a MSA Facebook page. You have to be invited to come on it. And there's a lot of people on it, like 7,000. So I started going on it, and initially it was just sad, depressing, reading these posts from people. And I get it. I'm going to get into some detail about how I'm hoping I can help you try and get out of it. But I was there. But it's awful. Just people, talking about how horrible this is and how their mother or their brother or father died. The one was a lady said she got diagnosed in 2020 and she died last month. Okay, that one was alarming for me because I got diagnosed in 2019, and I'm feeling good, and I know it's because of what I'm doing, and I'm going to again go into a lot of detail because I want to share this with people, so I know it's helping a lot of others. So initially, I got very sad and depressed, and then I got angry because the people they were giving up. I mean, it was very clear. I was like, no, don't do that. And then I kept reading some more, and I thought, okay, thought, what can I do? And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try and put some positive posts on there. So I did that. And, got some nice responses. That was Monday night. And then Tuesday, I find this, then I thought again more, what can I do to find, again, something positive. So I'm going to read you the post I wrote. I said, this disease is horrible, and I've wanted to give up many times, but not anymore. It's hard to read some of these posts because they are so sad and depressing. I started meditating, and it has changed my life. I can't recommend it enough. I truly go to a great place every morning, every afternoon, every night. I never miss a day, ever. It's helped me emotionally and physically. I still have very difficult days. Mornings are the worst, but I'm surviving. And I urge everyone to stay positive. And change your mind by meditating and forcing yourself to move, even when you don't think you can't. Meditation's helped me so much that I started a podcast to tell my story. Since my diagnosis, it's called the Sandy Hahn Podcast. It's available on all platforms, including YouTube, Google, Yahoo, Spotify, as well as others, trying to raise awareness about this rare and horrible disease and share how I am dealing with it. Please check it out and share it with others. I know it will help others with MSA. I've already heard from so many people that who have issues they're dealing with, and I've received so many positive responses about how it has inspired them. I've done 13 episodes and will record 14 on Thursday. Right now. Stay strong and God bless. And then, the amount of comments I've got, well over 40 and growing, of just really positive. Thumbs up, smiley, heart face, heart. And then I have a few people commented like, boy, thanks for this eye-opening post. Definitely want to try it. And then one person who I'm really anxious to talk to, because they responded how they had just watched episode 1 on YouTube, because they had just been 2 weeks ago been diagnosed with MSA type C, which I have. They said they were in total shock at the moment. Everything I read is freaking me out. At the moment, I can still walk with drunken wobbles, so I find it so hard to believe that one day I won't be able to. The past 6 months or so, I've been getting anxiety for no reason, wondering why I felt so anxious. Lots of going on. I won't list them all. I'm quite worried that I'll get depressed. Wanted to start that you can't walk anymore. I have so many questions. Do you have any advice for someone who's new to this horrid situation? And I do. I have a lot of advice for you and anyone else who wants to listen. And my response is, I'd love to talk. I know I can help you. Gave him my cell phone. You can call me anytime if I don't answer, leave a message. And I can't wait to talk to this person because I've been there. It's horrible. And again, I want to share all the positive things that I'm doing. So again, I'm gonna try and do that. I'm going to start. Well, just to finish up, so that was Tuesday. A lot of good responses. Then, of course, Tuesday late afternoon, early evenings when all the shit hit the fan about what happened in Texas. And that riled me a lot. And then, again, that's why even last night I wasn't sure if I was going to do this podcast. But again, got through it and I thought about it. Okay, I need to do it. Because, again, the emotions were very similar both days. That I want to I'll start with dealing with, others with MSA and what I've been doing. I'm going to get specific because it's taken a while. And, started last fall. And I've detailed some of this in previous podcasts, but, maybe people haven't watched it. But I'm going to talk through it again for this podcast because after reading all the people who were so depressed and hard, it's hard to move. Do not give up. I was there. Back in the fall, September, October, I felt like hell. I thought I was dying. I was in the hospital with pneumonia. Then I went through withdrawal from sleeping pills and steroids. That was even worse. I thought I was dying. And I'd given up. So I know where the people are who seem like they're giving up. I get it. I've been there. And it was 2 months of hell. But then a few things started me on this way out of the abyss that I was in. And first one was, Dr. Joe Dispenza. I had listened to him, and I was excited to start on his work. And it started when I saw his website looked at the transformation stories of people who were dying, given months to live, terminal illness, heal themselves from these illnesses. It's unbelievably moving. And I watched it. I recommend people watch it. If you want to see a positive story of somebody who thought they were dying, who is now living, watch that. It will change you. It did to me. And then before I could really get into it, and I got sick. And I wouldn't think about anything. I was just trying to survive. But a lot of nights where I didn't think I was going to wake up in the morning. I was convinced I was gone. This is the end. And I had come to grips with that. I didn't like it, but I didn't like the way I felt. And I was like, I do not want to go on like this. And if this is it, just take me. I'm ready. But I didn't get taken. And I got through it and then slowly started feeling a little bit better. And it was still bad, but I remember 2 weeks prior to that, of me starting to feel a little better, I had a conversation with my doctor, my primary care physician, and he said, I'd like to try adderall. I had tried it before by accident, and it works. But you got to take it, figure out the right dose, and do it at the right time, which I'm doing now, and it's changed my life. So he finally gave me the approval of the adderall because he wanted to check with my neurologist about how it might interact with other medications I'm taking, and said, okay, we're going to try it. First day I took it, I felt better. Second day, better. Third day, amazing. So good that I kind of had to lower the dosage. I'm like, this is too much. But then it was good for a little bit. Then wasn't working, so then I went back up to the regular dose, which was 10 milligrams, and I was golden. Off to the races. I mean, people with MSA suffer, like I did, from fatigue. You're just always tired. It's hard to move. Brain fog. And a lot of posts were saying that. I get it. I was there. Adderall helps with that. You need to check with your doctor. I'm not a doctor, but you know it's hard to get this stuff, but try it. It's worked for me and changed my life because then I could get up and get moving with energy. I was focused like I never had before. And that's when I started to get back to working out with Tanya. And then I started listening to Dr. Joe more and meditating, most nights, and reading and listening to his online classes. And it started working. And then I went and saw him in December for a week-long event, and it changed my life. Still does. I meditate every morning, every afternoon, every evening, deeply. And all I'm thinking about is positive energy, positive thoughts. And that's what people with MSA need to do. Stop watching awful videos and some of these posts. I mean, you can post what makes you feel better and listen to it, but listen to it and do what I do. Push it aside and think positive thoughts, because when you change your mind and think positive thoughts, it's one thing to say, oh, I think positive. No, you need to do more than that. You need to deeply meditate on positive thoughts and send those messages to your body, and your body will respond in kind. Just like if you have negative thoughts and stress, your body's going to respond negatively. Don't do that. So it changed my life, and it was so good that I got back from Mexico and went to Florida, and I was still struggling physically, but I was meditating every day, didn't miss it, and it takes time. It's not easy at first, but once you do it, people, it's so good. It will help you. I promise you. Even if you're bedridden, you can't move, or I was, you just slowly start. I mean, if you're sitting there in bed like I was, like you might be, don't listen to negative stuff. Meditate. Close your eyes. Listen to music. Listen to Dr. Joe, and you can start living your life, your future life, in your mind, and the way you feel is just so good. And you need that type of positive energy. So you got to start there, and you keep doing that every day, every night. And take Adderall if you think it'll help. Sure as hell help me. And help me get up and get moving. Mornings are always difficult. They still are, but I get up, get some to eat, take pills, I'd shower, and go train with Tanya. And that's what I do. There's a few other things I'll get into, but again, most mornings I wake up 9:30. I don't get out of bed because it's hard to move, but I'll take some allergy pills because my allergies are horrible, and some Flonase, and I'll take an Adderall, and I'll put my headphones on and meditate for usually at least an hour and a half. And I wake up, 10:30, 11, I'll get up, I'll stretch for a while, and then I'll go in the kitchen, get something to eat, and then I come back and I take some other pills. I take the carbidopa levodopa, baclofen. I take venlafaxine, fixer. It's for anxiety, I guess. I take amlodipine for heart or blood pressure, and my blood pressure last time I went was perfect, which is great. And I take pantoprazole, which is for reflux, and take all those in the morning. I don't like taking pills, but I have to, and then I shower, put on some tunes, and get ready, and I go work out. When I come back, I'll eat usually right after the workout, and then I'll take some more pills. And I'm taking 4 carbidopa levodopa and 3 baclofen. It's muscle relaxer. And I will take those 3 times a day. Have a meal and take those. And that was working good. And now I've tried to spread it out to like 4 meals a day, 4 smaller meals, so I don't get bloated, because I get very bloated. It's hard to eat, so I'm not hungry. And I force myself to eat too much, and it doesn't feel good. So, and now spread it out, so it's the same amount of pills, but I just have 4 different meals, and I can only take so many baclofen, but I can take a few extra cinnamon carbidopa levodopa. My neurologist said that's okay. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. Sorry. So, that was January. Again, I was still struggling, but I kept going. And I got back from Florida, and I was telling people my story, and the response is amazing. They're like, well, you should write a book. And that's really inspiring. I'm like, well, I'm going to start a podcast. And then I reached out to my friend Ted. Within 4 days, I was in here doing the first podcast. And it felt so good, because it's all these things that I'm doing combined that I know are helping me feel. So I already feel better now. Again, talking, I was okay earlier, but already better just doing this. So it's been, getting engaged with something, having a purpose, which is what this podcast gave to me, a purpose to do something. So I'm taking notes all the time, and it's exciting. And I sleep better. I'm sleeping great. It's the CPAP machine, which I got getting the hang of it finally. Still going to go do the evaluation for Inspire Sleep in June. But it's nice to know that this is working. You need good sleep. So I'm going to bed earlier, not staying up late, not drinking too much. And then when I wake up, again, the stretching, adderall, food, pills, workout. And it's possible, folks. I'm a living example of this for you, so do not give up. You got to fight. You got to keep trying. And I'm hoping that I can inspire you to do that, because I'm going to do a lot more of these. And I'm going to keep addressing folks with MSA. And I'm going to keep posting on this Facebook page, assuming they don't kick me off, because, I can be a little offensive. But I'm going to remain so positive for them. And if anyone wants to reach out to me, again, there's my email, the Sandy Hahn podcast at gmail.com. I got a website, and I put my cell phone number on there for the one person to call. So I really hope that they do that. And because, again, even those last few weeks, and again, there's a lot of times where I have bad days. But, I never I don't get negative about it anymore. I I meditate and go right into, a positive energy. It even happened a few days ago. I just have these moments a lot of times during the day. It's usually about 5:30, 6 o'clock. Happened last night. Had a great day. Um, and went to see a new doctor that I'm excited about. He's even going to come on and I'm going to talk a lot more with him. He wants to come on the podcast. He's amazing, and more things that he's going to help me do physically that I need to do more of, which I'm going to do. But even just regular stretching and training with Tanya and moving is helping. But I know we're going to get deep into some other things that I'm excited about. But even, yesterday, this week, I felt better and trained with Tanya every day. Yesterday, I walked 3 miles. We walked out of our house, and I had to hold her arm to get down the stairs and walk down the incline of her yard, and sometimes the pavement isn't a little choppy. But then we walk into a park, and once we get to the walk path, so it's smooth, I let go of her arm, and I walk by myself. And it's amazing how it makes me feel, the confidence I get, to do it. And it's not easy. Not at all. But if you can get yourself to just start doing little things and keep building on that every day. Again, this is last October. I thought I was dying. I was in bed, couldn't move. Now it's May 25th. I feel good. I'm alive. I'm walking. I'm talking. And I hope I'm inspiring to others. So please listen and learn something. Try to. It's working for me, and I so want to help others. That inspires me more than you can know. Again, this one person I want to talk to more, because this person just got it 2 weeks ago, and they're terrified. But I can help you. It's been 2.5 years for me, and I went through this hell. When you start reading about it, it's so negative. Everything's so negative. And it gets into your head, and it affects your body. It did to me. And I want to show you how to not do that. Things to do, things to not do. And I may even get to a lot of those some other podcasts, but for certain people, I just want to talk to them personally about it. And hoping I can do that. So, boy, I'm very glad I did this podcast, and again, it was a struggle after everything that happened this week, but I'm hoping again to help people. I want to. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not making any money. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing it to help me, which it is, but I'm doing it to help others, and I just want to help so badly. So please reach out any way you can. Again, my cell phone, email, the website, and let's keep fighting together. I promise you, I'll be here for you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere for a long time. I'm not feeling this good. So, that's it for now. There will be more, a lot more, and they're going to be positive. and upbeat and funny. Just, I wanted to end this one positive, but the upbeat and funny part isn't appropriate after this week, but going forward it will be, and I want to keep making people laugh and inspire them to live and to not give up. So that'll be it for now. Take care. Talk to you soon.